Welcome back. Big Steelers win. A little bit sketchy at times, but we're going to get in to break down that game and see, what areas need to be addressed, specifically the defense. But welcome back. It's Monday afternoon. Recording this episode. It's been a little bit of a busy day, so it's going to be a little bit quicker. So I need to get some more stuff done. But it's just going to be me for this episode. Amir will join us back on, Friday morning. Maybe he'll have his own reaction episode next Monday as well. But we want to dive into this game here. Obviously, Steelers win 34-32. I think the big takeaway, Rodgers looked pretty good. Did not look washed. A little bit slow in the pocket, but obviously able to deliver those throws and be accurate. I don't think Steelers have had an accurate quarterback since Big Ben and sometimes Rudolph. It's definitely good. I like the quarterback play than last year. 4 passing touchdowns. The last QB to do that in the Steelers uniform was Big Ben in 2020 or something like that. So it's definitely something to look forward to with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm nothing but pleased with his performance. But I think the main thing that was surprising was that defense. Yikes is probably the way to sum it all up. My predictions, I think I said 27-10. In no world I had the idea that they were going to drop 32. But I think the main reason they dropped that much and were consistently moving the ball that well was because of how they're coached and how they were schemed up to attack the Steelers' weak points, which is obviously still the run game. They dropped, 182 or 86 rushing yards. And overall, that whole game, they led time possession, total yards, first downs, third down conversion. She's got that good special teams play from Kenneth Gainwell, which I'd say is probably an unsung hero this game, especially with his role in the offense, but also what he was doing on special teams was pretty notable. And I like to see, offensive running backs. He honestly split snaps with Warren, and he's out here on special teams making strip fumbles. So we'll take it. Probably him, Rodgers, and probably Calvin Austin are my 3 best players from this game. But looking at the defense, they just were getting manhandled on the defensive front. I didn't see, the middle linebackers were pretty much non-factors. I didn't really see much of them, which can be good and can be a bad thing. The main times I saw them was whenever Fields would squeak a pass by him on third down to get that first down, where, if they're just half a step ahead, that's either a pass breakup or interception. But you just got to bring that defense up to speed, and hopefully they get the hang of it. I thought Ramsey played pretty well, especially with that, that tackle to seal the game to knock the ball out. Liked what I saw from him. A couple other people, not so much. I thought Watt was pretty good in the run game. That's pretty much most of the notes I have. You're just getting... If you're letting Justin Fields do that to you, either he made a lot of progress or your defense has some work to do, and I don't think he made that much progress. But one of the big things with the Steelers this offseason was, the receivers. They don't have receiver depth. They've been supposedly been looking for all these receivers. But I think Calvin Austin's performance yesterday kind of sealed that they're not in desperate need of a receiver. I thought he had a better game than DK, just stat-wise, but DK also put up a pretty good game. It's a good 1-2 punch there, big speed and little speed. And I thought the tight ends played a pretty good role. Darnell Washington didn't really see too much time, but I'd like to see him get a boost up. And that kind of gets to my next point with, I think this offensive line needs a lot of work, especially in Broderick Jones's end. Maybe you can slide Darnell over there to play left tackle to give Broderick a little bit of help. But Broderick led up 3 sacks, 3 of the 4 Steelers sacks. And to put it simply, you can't have a 41-year-old quarterback getting sacked 4 times a game. It's not sustainable, especially with how non-factor the run was. Would they have 52 rush yards or something like that? Let me look specifically. 53 rush yards, and I don't think that is ideally what the Steelers would have picked out there. But yeah, I think it all just comes down to getting that bigger offensive line push. And that's my main note with the offense, is just O-line needs to get more in sync, and Broderick Jones needs to stop playing sloppy out there. Granted, The Jets' defense was one of the better defenses in the league last year, but still, they need to get this O-line to work, because if you're getting Rodgers sacked 4 times a game, it's going to be a rough season with, Rudolph or Skylar Thompson in there, especially with what Rodgers showed the other day, or yesterday. I don't think we want to move away from him, especially if there's an injury, and which can be prevented if there's actually good offensive line play. And looking at injuries, we had 3 injuries this game. We had Deshaun Elliott and Malik Harrison with knee injuries. They don't seem to be serious because they walked off the field, but it could be, ACL, MCL sprain type of deal where they're out for like a week or two, like Harmon. And Joey Porter Jr. had calf tightness, or was it hamstring tightness, one of those. So Porter will be fine for next week. Not sure about Deshaun Elliott and Malik Harrison. Malik Harrison's not really, an impact player, but I think Deshaun Elliott is. He was probably one of the better Steelers on the team last year. So that kind of gets me into the final point of this episode and what the Steelers need to do going into the next week, the home opener against the Seahawks. And I think they need to focus on solidifying this run defense. Whether if is Derek Harmon the key? I don't specifically think missing one player is going to make your defense a gaping hole for the run game. But if that's what it takes, get Derek Harmon back as soon as possible. And I think playing Loudermilk less and less, because I don't really think he's anything superb in the run game, even though that's what he's supposed to be good at. I think I'd rather just have Y.A. Black out there, because he definitely has a better ceiling than Loudermilk, because Loudermilk's on his second contract, and he's just been a fringe roster guy for about 5 years, so I don't think he's worth really giving playtime to, especially if you can develop our other guys. And I think looking into a free agent safety to solidify that safety group some more, especially with, an injury like Deshaun Elliott, if he's out for a week or two, I'd say you go out and sign Jabril Peppers. That's definitely one of the better options out there. He just got cut by the Patriots a week or so ago, maybe a little bit less than that. But I think he's going to be able to come in and play that whatever safety role you need him to. And especially if we're, down a guy, it's going to be pretty important to solidify that room. And I think that even whenever Elliott comes back, I think having those 3 safeties of him, Thornhill, and Deshaun Elliott, him was Jabril Peppers, I think it's going to actually make the safety room look a lot nicer than what it was at the start of the season, aka a day ago. But yeah, I think solidify that O-line, figure out what the hell's going on with that run defense, and I think they can pull away with that. I also think if you can stop the run, I think this defense is going to be pretty dominant, because I like our corner room and I like our edge rushers. You just need to stop the run. You have to make them pass. And I don't know how long it's going to take for the Steeler defense to do that, but we will get more into that next episode Friday morning. We'll have Amir's 2 cents about the game. Quick shout out to Boswell. Again, probably the best kicker in the league based off last season and, the game-winning 60-yarder, breaking his record. That's going to be it for this episode. We will see you on Friday.